we are starting a very important topic. You can say it's a new chapter also. So we are starting a new chapter today. Before that, we should have a small recapitulation. Okay. Like for example, when we started studying maths, how did we start? We came to know about numbers. When we started studying maths, we studied numbers, yes. We understood the need of numbers. That means what is the usage of numbers? The usage of numbers is to count, yes. So we studied counting numbers. We studied counting numbers, and that gave us a new term, that is natural numbers. Yes, it gave us a new term, that is natural numbers, the counting numbers. When we started studying numbers, we understood the numbers, they are used for counting and they are natural numbers. That's how we came to know the counting numbers are actually the natural numbers. Then came zero. Then we studied the importance of zero. Yes, and we got a new term once again, whole numbers, that is numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called whole numbers, right? Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 which are used for counting, and whole numbers are actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 which are used for they are the whole part. Like for example, I have two pens, whole two pens. I have two chalks right now. Okay, so two complete chalks. Yes, I have nothing in my hand, nothing, zero, whole number. Okay, so that's how we came to know about the whole numbers. And then we studied various operations on the natural numbers as well as the counting numbers, that is various operations, the four basic operations: plus, minus, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay. Okay, after that came what? We studied numbers can be positive and negative. Yes, we studied positive numbers, we studied negative numbers. That means we did integers also, right? We did integers, that is positive and negative numbers together, they are known as integers. Okay, and also we studied again the various operations, the four basic operations on integers, that is plus, minus, into, divide, correct? Then we studied the next concept of it, that is for example three parts out of the four parts are shaded. I got 78 out of 80 marks in maths. What did we study? We studied fractions. We studied fractions. Okay. Now, what are fractions? Part of a whole. Also, you can say numbers which are represented in the form of P by Q. Yes, where P and Q both are non-negative integer, non-negative numbers, you can say. Okay, that means both are positive, and Q is always not equal to 0. Means it is always a natural number. Correct? So we studied fractions. Also we studied different types of fractions. Yes. Then we studied equivalent fractions. Then again we studied the four basic operations on fractions. Yes. Today we are going to add on one more thing in this entire number system, that is rational numbers. Okay, our new topic for today is rational numbers. Before starting what are rational numbers, children, let's discuss what is the usage of rational numbers. Means what is the need of rational numbers? For this, let's take an example. Let's take an example. First, I am starting with integers. Okay. Let's take an example. Like for example, suppose there is a shopkeeper. Okay. There is a shopkeeper. He buys a pen. Okay. He buys a pen for rupees 20. Okay. So this 20 is the CP. Yes, 20 is the CP of the pen. Okay. Now you go to the shopkeeper and you buy that pen again. Now the shopkeeper is selling the pen on rupees 25. Okay. That means this is what? SP of the pen. Now the shopkeeper is earning extra money, right? Extra money, that is the profit. That is the profit of rupees 5. So this rupees 5 can also be represented as plus 5. Yes, he get extra 5. He got extra 5 rupees. Correct. So 5 rupees is the profit, or you can also say he earned plus 5. Yes. Okay. Now let's take another situation. This is scene 1. Let's take scene 2 in this. Again, the CP of the pen was rupees 20 and you went and asked for the pen. Okay, but you bought the pen for rupees 15. You bought the pen for rupees 15. This time, shopkeeper is earning extra? No. In fact, he is losing. Yes, he bought the pen for rupees 5 and he lost some money. He did not get the same money back. Right? So this time he is at loss. Loss of rupees 5. Now if you want to represent this loss in a number line, okay, like how we showed here, how will you show it? It was a loss of minus 5. Got it? So this is the usage of negative and positive integers. Correct? Now the same way, children, if you want to represent the distance, if you want to represent the distance above sea level, the length above sea level, like for example, the plane is flying above the sea level, here, somewhere here. How to make the aeroplane? I'm just this is just an example, children. Okay. So the plane is flying above the sea level, 5 kilometers above the sea level. So how will you show it? Or you don't take 5 kilometers, just take 5 by 2 kilometers above the sea level. Okay. So this time, what is this? Plus 5 by 2. That is the distance of the plane above the sea level. Now, if suppose there is a submarine. This example we have, this is the question which we have done before also. Okay, means we have done it as an application from our book exercise. We are just taking this as an example. Okay, numbers were not same. I am just taking any numbers. Now, suppose this is sailing 5 by 2 kilometers below the sea level. 5 by 2 kilometers below the sea level. How will you represent it, children? Something like this. Correct? Now, is it an integer? No. Is it a fraction? No. We have studied the fraction. It is always positive. The numbers, the numerators and the denominators. The upper number is known as the numerator. The number which is below is known as the denominator. So, the numerators and denominators have to be positive. Correct? But here, neither the numerator or the denominator, any of the two is negative. Right? So, is this a fraction? No. Then what is it? This is something which we are going to study today. Now what does this mean? This is neither an integer nor a fraction. This is a rational number. This is a rational number where the number is represented in the form of P by Q, in the form of P by Q, in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are integers. Got it? In fraction, P and Q both are non-negative numbers, you can say, okay, or numbers. But here P and Q both are what? Integers. Got it? Either they can be positive or they can be negative. Got it? So, and Q is always not equal to 0, because if Q becomes 0, then it is not defined. Okay? The answer is not defined. Clear? So, always remember Q is not equal to 0. Clear? So, now we are going to study rational numbers. What are rational numbers? How rational numbers came? We know. Now, what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are evolved, you can say, or it has come from the term ratio. Rational numbers have come from the term ratio, which means when we write the number in this form, the ratio part. Correct? This is the first part and the second part, which can also be written like this. Okay? In which the upper number is P, which can be an integer, that is a positive or a negative number. The number which is written down is Q, which is again an integer, means it can be positive or negative, and also Q is always not equal to 0. Q will never be 0. Okay? So, understood what are rational numbers? It is just a fraction only, kind of a fraction only, but you can't say fraction because their numbers can be integers. That means it can be positive as well as negative. So, you can say we studied numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, then we studied their negative parts, right? And the negative parts came, what were they named as? They were integers, right? That is positive and negative. Similarly, we studied fractions, and then negative of the fractions also we studied just now, which is actually the rational numbers. And rational numbers have come from the word ratio. Ratio, where the number can be written in ratio parts. Yes, in the form of ratio, which means it can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Clear? Okay. So, there is a definition in your book, children. If you want, you can mark the definition. Okay. You can study from the book only. Now, where is the book? Here's the book. Let me open the book for you all, for myself actually, not for you all. Yes, what are rational numbers we completed. Now we have to start. There's a try these, children, on page 174. Let's do that. Try these today. Page 174. Try these. Question Yes, q is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 is not equal to 0. So, is it satisfying all the properties of rational numbers? Yes. So, answer should be yes. Okay. So, think about your answer. We've already thought a lot about it. Now, question number 2. List 10 rational numbers.